Okay, I don't think there's any saving this look. Clearly, we were going for an all blue look today. I used the Glamlight Ruh-Roh Raggy palette, and it is gonna be a rare day when you find me in a fully blue eyeshadow look, but I wanted to finish testing out that palette and I needed to use the blue purple part of the palette. Not loving it. I do have fake lashes on too. Like, I was trying to save it with fake lashes, but I am terrible at putting fake lashes on, so I honestly feel like the lashes are like making my eyes look even drippier. But you know what, it is what it is. I'm not gonna take my makeup off just to put it back on and spend another hour doing my makeup. We're just gonna film with this, and if you guys want to laugh at me in the comments below, I'm totally cool with that. Today I have a pile of products in front of me that I would declutter if I could get my money back. I have done this video before with palettes. In fact, I think I've done it 2 times where I talked about eyeshadow palettes I would declutter if I could get my money back. But I don't think I've ever talked about just like makeup products that I would declutter. I have a couple fragrances as well that I would declutter if I could get my money back. But because I can't get my money back, they're not like so terrible, with the exception of a couple. They're not like so terrible that I'm not gonna use them. So alas, here they sit in my collection. That being said, that's what this video is about. I feel like I'm so distracted by my eyeshadow right now. I'm like, where am I going with my thoughts? But that is what this video is going to be about. So if you're interested in hearing about some makeup products currently in my collection, I personally would declutter if I could get my money back. Some of these I honestly probably could. Like, they're still probably at the point where I could return them, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, stay tuned. First, if you have yet to subscribe to my channel and you like project painting content, palette themed content, crazy blue eyeshadow looks, or just chit-chatting about makeup, I'd love if you'd consider subscribing before moving on. And other than that, let's jump into the video. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna start with the 2 products that I am going to declutter, but I just wanted another reason to roast them, if you will. And this one honestly isn't a roast. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. This, I actually have gone through a full tube of this concealer and really enjoyed it. I purchased it in a different shade though. I purchased 2N, and this is so yellow. Like, this is not a neutral. This is a warm toned concealer shade, and it just does not work for me. So if I could return this and get my money back, I think I am since the return date on this, but if I get my money on that, I definitely would trade that in a heartbeat. And then the NYX Bear With Me Blur Foundation. I was so excited about this. Like, literally so excited about this, but this just looks so bad on the skin. It is so thick and sticky and just feels heavy on the skin and makes my skin look dry and aged. It just was not a good situation. So I wish I could get my money back for that, because it was kind of terrible. Okay, let's talk about the 2 fragrances next. They're actually by the same brand, and I just really, like, I just can't. I may end up trying to sell these on like my Poshmark, or give them if my sister likes the scent or something, or my friends, but these scents just do not work for me. So from, how do you pronounce Huda Beauty's fragrance brand name? Is it Kayali? The Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli. I thought for sure I was gonna love this because I love patchouli scented things. I don't even dare spray this because I'm like, I will feel sick. This almost has like a peppery scent to it. It's like, it kind of reminds me of like burning incense, but has this like peppery scent to it. But then like, you can't even smell it from just like smelling the bottle. After you spray it, like the last, like, it's almost like an aftertaste, but an after scent, if you will. The last notes that you get are just like so sweet. It's just like disgustingly nauseating in my opinion. Cannot, like, this is how much I've used of the fragrance, and I cannot use that any longer. And then my dumbass purchased a full size in the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. And this one is better than this for sure, but this is just so pepper scented, and I just don't love it. I just do not love it. And truly, like, it wouldn't even be a question if I could get my money back for this. I absolutely would, because I don't think there's a chance that I'm ever gonna get through that. likely I will give that to somebody else. Okay, moving on to some makeup products that like I don't hate, and I'm gonna try and use these up, but certainly if someone was like, I'll give you the money that you paid for these in exchange for the product, it wouldn't even be a second thought in my mind. And actually, let's start with this, because this is a product I recluttered into my collection. It's this Dior Face Quad. So I believe I decluttered this last like August, and it's kind of been sitting in my bin of makeup products to like bring with me home to see if my sister or my mom want it, or any of my friends. And I decided to bring this back into my collection. I can't remember it. I feel like I saw a video where someone was talking about this, and I was like, ugh, I'm gonna bring this back into my collection. I want to say this was like $40 or $45, and I was so excited to purchase this. But these shades just come off really glittery on the skin. I definitely prefer the pink and peachy shade at the bottom, but overall I just really wish I did not spend my $40 or $45 on this. So while I did reclutter it into my collection, it's mostly because I wanted to get use out of a product that I spent a lot of money on. But certainly if I could trade this product for my money back, I would. I have two primers to talk about. This one was so disappointing. This is the Nabla Radiant Plumping Serum Primer. First of all, this has like almost gold glitter in it, so it's just not like a flattering sort of shimmery sheen it adds to the skin. I'm thinking of like the RMS primer. I really like because it adds this beautiful glow to the skin, but it's not glittery. Whereas this, I almost feel is like a gold glitter glow. I also prefer more of like a champagne glow, or even like a pinky glow as opposed to gold. And if you like a gold glow, maybe you'll prefer this, but I didn't love this. And this is also very sticky and just does not feel nice on the skin. It just like, the actual texture of the serum, I didn't love. It was thicker and a little bit sticky, and I was so excited about this because you guys know I love Nabla so much, but didn't end up loving that. Will end up using this, but definitely a product I would exchange for my money back if I could. And then this Refi primer. So this is the Glow and Sculpt primer. First of all, it has the most bizarre application ever. You literally like roll it onto your skin. And I was super excited about this because I felt like it was going to give me a beautiful glow to the skin while also being like firming and tightening. I feel like maybe this is everything that the Peter Thomas Roth primer, like people are raving about that Peter Thomas Roth primer. I feel like I should get the Peter Thomas Roth primer because it sounds like what I wanted this to be. I wanted this to like firm my skin, but I noticed no difference. I don't notice a glow with this, really nothing. It doesn't feel tacky on the skin. Like there's just really no great attributes to this. I just feel like it's kind of like an extra step. And this, I believe, was $34, maybe $38, definitely in the 30s. And I'm like, dang, I really wish I did not purchase this because it just is not good. I have two foundations, one of them being one of the newer foundations to my collection. It's the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation. First of all, I literally can't shade match to save my life. I wanted to purchase this in my winter shade because I bought this, I think, in December, either end of November or December. And I was like, okay, I haven't been self-tanning. I want to get this in a shade that I can wear in the winter time. And I either purchase a shade that is too light for my fair skin or too dark for my self-tan skin. I can never find I never purchase the right foundation shade. So this is too light for me, even at my fairest. And I was so excited about this foundation, so excited about this. I think I purchased this like the day it launched or the day after. I was so excited. But this just is one of those foundations that just is not flattering on the skin. I just feel like it makes me look aged. Now I will say I do like to mix this with like my Huda Glowish. So this is Surreal Skin Foundation, and I can't remember if this is like a natural finish or is supposed to even be like a little bit glowy. I don't feel like this is glowy on my skin, and in fact I do feel like it makes my skin look dry and aged. But mixed with something like the Huda Glowish or mixed with something like the Auric Glow Lust, I do like this. I feel like I have to add some hydration and add a glow to this for me to like it, but on its own this just is not what I thought it was going to be and not something that I personally enjoy. So certainly if I could take back my purchase of that, I would. And then this next product isn't bad. In fact, I've come to like it more than when I first started trying this, but this is a very expensive foundation and this is not what I was expecting it to look like on my skin. I thought this might become a new holy grail, like a new Dior Forever for me, and it definitely did not turn into that. So this is the Chanel Le Beige Hydrating Healthy Glow Foundation. This is another one. I thought that the Makeup by Mario was going to give me a beautiful, like, natural, healthy glow to the skin, and that's what I thought this was going to do as well. Now, I think I actually meant to purchase a different Chanel foundation, so I may go back and try it. I also want to try the Chanel foundation that has, like, the beads or whatever, but I think it's, like, 70 bucks, and I'm like, that is just outrageous. But I thought this was going to give me a very natural, glowy, skin-like finish, and I just feel like this doesn't give me that. Like, it makes me look a little bit drier, and it's a little bit heavier than I thought it was going to be, so I just don't love this like I thought I was going to, and I want to say this has to be at least $50. That would be my best guess. At least $50. I would take this purchase back in a heartbeat. I have two Jaclyn Cosmetics products. The first being the High Gleams Highlighting Drops. I just got super excited about her summer launch like 2 years ago. I don't know why, I just got very excited about it and wanted to purchase like everything. So I purchased, and actually I used up the lip oils that I purchased in that, but every other product that I purchased from that collection ended up being a bit of a disappointment. These I will end up using as a body highlighter at some point. It's just way too extreme of a glow for like my face. And while I do like it on like my neck and chest area, I just feel like, do I really need a product like that? Can I just get like a glowy lotion that's not quite as expensive? Yes. So if I could trade these for some money, I would. And then also from that same collection, I have the cream bronzer. I have the shade Toasty. This I purchased to match me when I am self-tan, and thankfully this is a more buildable cream bronzer because as you can tell, it looks very deep in the pan. I just don't love this formula. I don't feel like it's like the smoothest formula ever. You can build this so you can shear this out as well. I don't love the tone. I don't love the formula. Again, it's kind of like a cream to powder formula, but I just don't like the way that it blends out onto my skin. I have considered decluttering this, but have kind of kept this around. I think maybe I need to see how I feel about this summer, but honestly, I would much rather reach for my NARS Laguna cream bronzer over this. I just feel bad decluttering this because obviously I spent money on it, but that's why I'm including this in this video. If I could get my money back, I would. Same thing goes for this REM Beauty blush. I don't know what it is, and every time I talk about REM Beauty, I talk about the fact that I'm not like an Ariana Grande fan. I don't listen to her music. I'd never watched her on TV. I don't really care here or there about Ariana Grande. Please don't come for me if you're an Ariana Grande stan. But for some reason, the REM Beauty brand in general has just always captured my attention. I've always been super enamored by the REM Beauty brand and feel like I need to try every product. So I thought naturally this cute little blush with cute, unique packaging would be something great to add to my collection. I have this in the shade Stage Mom, and the shade is definitely much, like, I don't know what I was thinking when I swatched this and thought this would just be a great shade for me. It's quite orange. Like, it's quite orange. I feel like there was definitely probably a better shade for me that I could have purchased instead of this very orange blush. So I'm gonna try and get some use out of this springtime, because I feel like that would be the perfect time. Like, I feel like I could make this look like a bronzy, sun-kissed, Dorito-y orange glow, maybe. But I wish that I did not purchase that. I could have definitely made better use out of my money. Next up, I have this highlighter from M Cosmetics. This is the Sunscape highlighter in Clarity. I purchased this not for the right reasons. Like, I feel like I was just excited to try things from M Cosmetics, but like I wasn't really in the market for a new highlighter. This is also a very intense highlight. As I swatched it, I'm like, it doesn't look intense as I swatch it, but it's more intense, and this is kind of like a golden champagne sort of shade, whereas I definitely lean more towards pink highlighters. So I feel like if this was a pink shade, I would like it a lot more, but I just don't get super excited to reach for this. It also feels like dry when I swatch it. I mean, it looks very smooth and beautiful on the cheeks. This is not a bad product. I just didn't need to add this to my life. It's not my typical shade that I'm reaching for, and it's definitely more intense on the cheeks that I'm looking for these days. And like I said, I shouldn't have purchased this. And I want to say these are like $38. Like, they're expensive. So I kind of wish I didn't do that. I have this It Cosmetics lipstick in the shade Humble. I don't know why I purchased this. I feel like this was definitely like a random, I just felt like buying something that day sort of purchase. And I just don't love the shade. Like, it's deeper. Like, it's a deeper shade for a lipstick than I typically reach for. If I'm doing something this deep, I would usually want to reach for a liquid lipstick just because I feel like the hold would be better. This is in the cream formula too, so it's not like a matte lipstick. So I just find that I struggle to get it to like stay in place, and it's not a lipstick that I feel like I can trust. I do love the packaging. I think the packaging is really beautiful, but I want to say these are like upwards of like $20 to $24, so I didn't need to purchase that. And then we are gonna end this video talking about two different blush formulas. First up, we have this one from Honest Beauty. This is in the shade Foxy, and I purchased this when I was planning to do, or was trying to do, or was getting ready to film like a splurge or save style video, because I had heard this blush compared to the Bare Minerals bronzer. And I have just come to realize I should not, like, I don't need to be searching for dupes. That's not what that's not the type of content I create on my channel, and I don't want to add dupes to my collection. Like, if I have something that is, like, if I already own the product that the dupe is for, like, why am I purchasing another one to have like two duplicates in my collection? Just because I'm not trying to like review every single makeup product. I'm not trying to find all of the dupes. So I kind of regret purchasing it for that reason. And it is very similar to the Bare Minerals bronzer. It's a really beautiful shade. It also kind of reminds me of the Becca Flower Child blush. Now I'm like, okay, that does actually look really pretty. It has a really beautiful sheen. I don't know. This is another one where I'm like, I purchased it for the wrong reasons. And throughout this year so far, as I've just been reflecting on my spending habits and trying to change some of the ways that I consume makeup, I'm like, yeah, I really didn't purchase this with the best intentions, and I kind of have regret about that. So that's why I'm including this. I wish I could get my money back for that, because I love my Bare Minerals bronzer, and that is just the perfect product for me. So I just really did not need this, you know? And I also have Becca Flower Child, which is very similar. And then finally, I have this one from About Face. I have been wanting to try something from About Face since I saw the brand release. I actually love Halsey. I am like a Halsey fan. Not a stan, but a fan. Not Ariana Grande, but Halsey I love. So I've really wanted to try something from her brand. Decided to pick up a blush. First up, I don't love this shade. And second of all, the formula is just really interesting. It's like a cream to powder, but I find that it's very patchy, and I don't know. I don't think it's a good formula. And I also don't like the shade. I actually feel like maybe I should just end up decluttering this. I do plan to do a declutter very soon. I just feel like it's time. Not like a big declutter, but just like quarterly, I think I should go through my collection and see if there's anything that's just not sparking joy. And I feel like this is one of those products. I think this is only like $16, but still $16 is $16. That's definitely like a meal and a half at McDonald's and at least 3 Taco Bell meals. So if I could have 3 Taco Bell meals in exchange for this Halsey About Face blush, I'm gonna go with the Taco Bell, you know? But that is the last product I have in my collection currently that I would declutter if I could get my money back. I would love to know if you have any of these products, these style of products lingering in your collection. Do you have any products that you personally would declutter if you could get your money back as well? Let me know what they are in the comments below. Other than that, thank you guys so much for sticking around to watch today's video and for supporting my channel as you guys always do. I love you guys so much, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.